Hello, my lovely people. Good morning and welcome to God Loves You channel, the home of news. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this wonderful platform and you like what we are doing, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications. This is very, very important. It will enable you to know when we upload a new video. Here we react to all forms of videos, local, especially what is happening in Nigeria. It is always good to drop your thoughts, your opinion in the comment section constructively so that no one will be offended, and you can as well share this video and God will bless you as we hop into today's video. Thanks for watching.
Of the truth, the best thing for us to do as a people is ethnic consciousness. I repeat, the best thing for us to do as Nigerians is ethnic consciousness. Be conscious of your language, your culture, your heritage, and where you are coming from, your history. The best thing, the best kind of politics we should play is ethnic consciousness, not bigotry, nor nepotism. You know, the British tried separating us, tried bringing us together to divide us and fight ourselves. Now we forget our heritage, our history, our culture, and we fight ourselves needlessly. Look at Lagos today. Lagos is one of the most populated cities in Nigeria. By 2050, half of Nigeria's population is projected to be residing in Lagos. Now, people are leaving their various hometowns, coming to jam-pack Lagos. There is a disadvantage to that. We saw the recent influx of Northerners into southern Nigeria, importing their civilization. They tried with Sharia, but they were resisted by Southwest youths. They tried using religion because they had said in the past that it is easy for us to overrun the Southwest because we have this common religious similarity. We have Muslims, we are all brotherhood. So this Fulani started targeting the Southwest through religion. Bringing Sharia was a failed project. But now, if you are keen, if you are opening your eyes, you see that many Northerners are coming from the northern part of Nigeria into the Southwest. Go into the forest, you see the Fulanis surrounding the forest. Strategic positioning. While people are sleeping, going for Owambe parties and doing other things, some people are strategically taking over the forest. You ask yourself this question: why are these people going into this forest? Why are we having so many Northerners coming into Lagos? Are they coming to add value to Lagos? As a typical Lagosian, you go to every street, you see a cluster of these Northerners here and there. Most of them, they just occupy a building, maybe an uncompleted building. Most of them don't rent their houses, they don't pay rent, they don't add valuable to the economy of the state. But you see them everywhere. This is strategic positioning. Remember, this is the 17th of May, 2025. Lagos State, Southwest, Southeast, South, they need to be conscious about their ethnicity, about their language, their culture and tradition, because that is their identity. So that what happened to the Hausas will not happen to you, my brother. So Lagos State, Southwest, they need to come together and ask themselves these questions. Because if you refuse to preserve your ethnicity, you preserve your language, your culture, and let the people know. Because all of a sudden we see people saying Lagos is no man's land, this and that. Me, I'm an Igbo person. I will not join you and say Lagos is no man's land. I know maybe it has an advantage. So many investments, it's closer to the water. So many attractions from abroad and locally, we understand. But that does not change the fact that Lagos State is a Yoruba land. That does not change the fact that my state is Igbo land. So we understand what the Fulanis are trying to do. Look at what happened. I think it should be in Taraba State. A cleric came out and said that in this state, we don't have Muslims and Fulani Muslims. Muslims in Taraba State should start voting for fellow Muslims, which are Fulanis. I said it before that Fulanis use religion as a tool to dominate people, use it as a tool. Look at Hausa Fulani. Look at all that is happening today. The top players in northern Nigeria, they are Fulani. Whether they are opposition, whether they are in APC, whether they are opposition, either ways are Fulani. No singular strong Hausa person that can be able to say, if I run for elections, I will get maximum support from northern Nigeria. But the Fulani, who is least amongst the population of major tribes, who the Hausas are like 8 times more than the Fulani, have been able to maintain their culture. They have been able to maintain their heritage, their language. The most focused tribe in Nigeria is the Fulani. The most focused tribe, and committed to a certain goal. So when you see all this influx left, right, center, my brother, the Fulani, you know what they will do? They will indoctrinate through the mosque, through religion, these Hausa guys. Because these guys are errand. They have hypnotized them. They use them for errand. When the Fulani wants to win election, they mobilize the Hausa people for elections. Fulanis don't do anyhow jobs in northern Nigeria. I'm telling you. If they rear cow, that is one of the prestigious, their culture, nomadic, rearing cows. Aside that, you hardly see a Fulani that does menial jobs. You hardly see. They pick specific jobs they do, and that preserves who they are and who they believe they are. They believe they are warriors. They believe that all this West African land belongs to their forefathers, and they are committed and systematically doing what they have to do to be able to establish their presence, whether it's through religion or conquests. Somebody said in my village in Plateau State, we cannot go back to village. An indigeno, my own village, somebody said it, in Plateau State, we cannot go back to the village because the Fulani has ransacked the place. Even my dead parents, they even destroyed their graves because of land grabbing. So 2 things, the Fulani uses religion and also political power. If you look at it critically, I have said this before, they asked Wike a question. All these cows that are moving left, right, center in Abuja, what are you doing to it, Mr. Wike, Mr. Enforcer? He was telling journalists that this is not the question we agreed that you ask me now. Let's look at, we are trying to manage the situation, blah, blah, blah. You know, how they are trying to dodge the question. That means Fulani has an influence politically. So far, they are not in power, in quote, because they thought that the Muslim ticket, they can use it to influence whatever they want to do. And time is running out on their path. They know that the eyes of Nigerians are getting opened by the day. Have you heard any attack recently? Nigerians are taking measures to make sure that you do not take advantage of their hometown. Somebody, I told you before that I went to the village. I had to locate the farmland and see if I can see. I met the person. I was, me and you speaking Hausa, Biafra. Okay, speak language for me. Stubborn people. So these people understand the language of, you send them back. I'm telling you, I love the way the Southwesterners were able to repel them from bringing in Sharia, using Sharia as a means. See, you go sit down there, look. You go think, say, all these guys are coming in peace. My brother, after a Fulani is one person that he can be your friend, and consistently, he will not show any sign that he wants to hurt you. 10, 20 years. He will even pass the hatred to his children. That this is what belongs to us. You are better. They believe you are better than any other person. Now, how do they use Islam? They call you a kafir. They say this man is a kafir. You are much more better than him. That's how that cleric said, an evil Muslim is better than a good Christian, a good infidel. That's what he said. Muslims should mobilize in Taraba State and make sure they take over power. So you see, in Taraba State, they are getting more prominence. They have not said this in Taraba State, but because they are gathering and getting more prominence, coming together, that's why you see that one get power. Get the man to talk with him, talk, because that's how Fulani operates. I've told you that Fulani will come to a place. They come to a place. They pretend that they are with you. Now, what does the Fulani actually do? Let me read this. Very important. Like I said, We must protect our cultural heritage and our history as a people. That's why I'm against anything Benjamin Kalu is talking about, indigenization policy, that as indigenes we are one Nigeria. Nigeria no one anything, my brother. Just this one we will try. Most of us, they forget. Some of us, we cannot tell you our history or where we are coming from. Nigerian leaders have to stop history in schools. You don't even know your background, where you're coming from. Are you still existing? It just take little time before somebody come and tell you different thing. Your generation will just fade off. After you don't know your history or anything. Most of us, some of our languages are going extinct. Languages are going extinct because we have done nothing. We are focusing on things that are minor. The major thing is for you to play that ethnic consciousness of who you are as a person, so that tomorrow somebody will not tell you what you are not. You know, it's easy for people to tell you what you are not when you don't know who you are. Now, this is what the Fulani does. They integrate culturally where they are in the minority and try to outbreed their host. I told you about a cleric in Taraba State that is telling the Fulani and the Muslims there that they should not tolerate any Christian governor anymore. A worst and evil Muslim is better than a good Christian, a righteous Christian. That is what they said. The same thing they said during the 2022 campaigns and 2023 elections. Clerics came up in northern Nigeria, said this Muslim ticket is the best. We northerners, we must vote for a Muslim. The worst Muslim is better than a good Christian or a good non-believer. Now, like I said, they integrate culturally. Now, if they are minority, they will integrate with you. They will run shoulders with you. They will do everything with you. Then they will try to outbreed their host. They integrate politically. They come humbly. I can be your clerk. We can be assistant. From assistant, they learn the ropes. Please, we have a population. At least we need a representative. Respectfully, you give them that chance to represent themselves. From there, that political, they take different positions. From different positions, you see them climb the ladder until they get to a certain stage. Now, when they have political power, they now go through violent expansionism via mass killings and violation of women. That is what happens in northern Nigeria. You see people just, all of a sudden, we see Buhari and co, they know who they brought in because of elections. Jonathan. If Buhari was not the former head of state, and El-Rufai and his brothers and sisters were not having political influence, how would they be able to bring aliens from 5 Sahel states to come into Nigeria, visa on arrival, to wreak havoc? Tinubu was playing the media game while they were doing the physical game. Jonathan made a statement. He knew that some people were ready to shed blood. That's why I said the blood of a Nigerian is not worth his political ambition, because he knew that the Fulani had gained ground in Nigeria. They have political influence and power, and they will do, when they see they have it, they will use violent means, like what they did to grab power from PDP and from Jonathan. Typical of an average Fulani person. So, violent expansionism via mass killings and violation of women. Now, the Fulani, they are in the 3rd stage. Because you are now confused about Igbo, Yoruba, and these guys are planning. They are watching you. They are planning. From the back, they will do what they are doing. Be looking. Let them be fighting. Let them be fighting. We must be able. See, I and the Southeast stakeholders, we go against any indigenization policy. It's not going to augur well. It will make you weak. Yes, indigenization policy, that's why we have the crop of Igbo leaders we have in the Southeast today. Worst set of Igbo leaders. These are not true blood. Most of them have mingled with the Fulani and Hausas, have committed all sort of atrocities with this guy. Mixed breed whatever. Mixed breed, slaves. Most billionaires in Igbo land, most billionaires are made by the Fulani and somehow Bola Tinubu. So they are not conscious they don't even understand what it means to be Igbo. They don't understand the prowess, the particular traits that Igbo have that is exception than every other person. They don't understand. They just believe that let's just go and make money. I'm Igbo. That's why they cannot fund anything that will preserve the culture of the Igbo people. They cannot fund. But if it's burial, instead of them carry car, moving up and spraying money. Why the Yorubas that I love them so much? You see, history, their history. They will carry money, give their actors and actresses and producers, produce this history. Let people watch it. Let us remind these people through plays. An average Yoruba child knows about the history of Yoruba people because the parenting also supports that. Then a Benjamin Kalu is coming to tell us indigenization policy. Does he know the history? How many people does he know the history of his village people? What are traditional rulers doing? That's the policies that will make you stronger as a people. That's why I see so much division among Igbo leaders. Nothing. Nnamdi Kanu comes up, this one divided. Even amongst Nnamdi Kanu people, they are fighting. So the other day, we see Ngozi Arabese, what's his name? Ogenkiri. In the same, because these people, the conscious Fulani, he hardly, I don't know. I've said the Fulani, they are playing like a football team. The goalkeeper and defenders are the politicians. Politically connected, those in power. Yes, those that have influence. These are the defenders. The midfielders are the religious leaders, the traditional leaders. They supply the pass. They radicalize these guys. The bandits, the terrorists, and what have you. The Fulani headers and what have you. They are foot soldiers. While the strikers are these people I just called now, the bandits, the terrorists, the Fulani herdsmen, and all, they are foot soldiers. This is how they play their politics. They are all one and the same. That's why the tour of Thief in Benue State told them that these bandits, you people, Magban, Mietiela, you are saying that we don't know them. They are strangers. They are giving us bad name. You know them. They dress like you. They speak like you. They walk like you. So they are you. You people are one and the same. You see the kind of politics they are playing. We don't know them. But actually, somebody is sponsoring. How will Boko Haram have access to drone? That its operation will worth $6,000. Just like drone, I want to use this drone and use it and target the enemy. If it goes where it's going to go and blow up, $6,000 don't go. Almost 10 million naira. Let's say 10 million naira. Because I think dollar is 1,600. 10 million naira. And this is happening live and direct before our eyes. So they are one and the same. If Lagos does not understand that they need to protect their heritage, let Southeasterners also understand they need to protect their heritage. We'll be sitting down here before you know. Our village will be empty. Look at Abba. Look at what Alex Otti is doing. Look at the concentration. Look at the vision. Look at the consciousness. Abba people are liking to become Abba people. Go to Abba now. I went to Abba the other time and I saw what this guy is doing. Leadership. That is what we need to focus on. Let's focus on ourselves and put our hearts in order. That is the main important thing. Then we know who we are. Then we come out and play this politics. Because very soon, Nigeria, whether Tinubu or not, Nigeria will be restructured. I see it. I've seen it. I've seen it. It is not time to blame the Yoruba person for trying to hate you, and that is not very important. I need to also get who I am. Myself, I need to put myself in my house in order. Then whoever is hating, that is that person's problem. You are not the God that created me, and God that gave me the abilities that He has given me, and the special trait of an Igbo man that I have. If somebody is hating, that should not be my problem. That's why when the Nigerian government tries to frustrate, in quotes, let's say in quotes, Igbo students, some people are crying. Why cry? You see, sometimes persecution makes you stronger. If there's a sabotage on Igbo people, that is an opportunity for Igbo people to do more, and they will get more results. See how people from the world devastated, how they are able to build, and they are competing in terms of education and other areas. All over the world, they are building empires and conglomerates. The main thing now is for us to harmonize this and give ourselves an identity that will never be forgotten in the ages to pass. I belong to a socio-cultural organization, an Igbo sociocultural organization. And what I've started to do is that now I tweet with Igbo. I don't tweet in that group chat. I tweet with Igbo language. That brings a consciousness. My Ishiago, I wear my Ishiago most of the time. I wear it most of the time. That brings a consciousness. I tell you that I'm from this place. That's why I like the Northerners. Go to the House of Assembly, House of Reps. They wear their attire. The Yorubas also, they wear their attire. Igbo people, most of them even dress like Hausa people. You don't know that that symbol is bringing a consciousness. That's why when you call IPOB or Biafra, people are there. But when you call Oduduwa or Arewa, they feel it's a normal thing. But they don't feel. I told somebody today, I'm a proud Biafra person. Biafra to the core. And the person was shocked. Oga, I be Biafra. Confirm Biafra. If they say Biafra today, man, I'm moving. We are moving ahead. So the person was like, why? But when the Southwest governors were singing the Oduduwa national anthem, nobody criticized them. Is Oduduwa Nigeria? Is Oduduwa not a nation? Arewa is another nation on its own. When you call Arewa, you call Oduduwa. People, yes. OPC, Oduduwa People's Congress, they're still there, they operate. But it is the one of Biafra because our leaders in the Southeast, they are just useless, we know. Very useless set of people. That's why when some people die, when they say this one don't even do anything, they'll say, don't abuse which you are saying don't abuse the dead. What do you mean? A dead that could not fulfill anything. You are saying don't abuse the dead. So all these people you see today, all these, when they come tomorrow and say achievement, none of them, they're all rubbish and foolish. Somebody was begging me, don't insult our elders. Elders that have sabotaged the destinies of the young ones. What do you expect us, as young people, to say? We applaud them until they sell us to the Egyptians. That's what they are doing. That's what they are doing. What stops these governors from utilizing the funds and resources they need to use to develop and secure Igbo land? It is when you are united in your own. See, if people are hating on Igbo people, people are hating, but if you are united where you are, my brother, and for the Southwesterners, Lagos is not no man's land. The Igbo people that are saying Lagos is this, Lagos is not no man's land. Lagos is Yoruba land. Before you know, there's so much pressure on Lagos. And the same one Nigeria will make people have claim right to Lagos. You know what is one Nigeria? You know what is one Nigeria? When the Fulani entered there, all this Yoruba, this one. When Tinubu has shown other people how to use power to get anything, abuse power, a Northerner in Fulani will enter there and learn from how Tinubu was able to use power to muzzle other people to do what they want. So don't think your Lagos is people are coming, trooping, claiming. One day they will just do law, bang. You just do law. Nobody is going to oppose anything. And it's going to be disastrous. So ethnic consciousness is what they need as a people.